Well, before we run out of time, I want to go through a little bit of a difficult problem.
Okay.
And following that approach, we've set some goals here. Yes, we believe you. Recent days from professional football, we see it college, high schools, internet. We've done programs on it, bullying. And evidently, 2/3 or more, depends on which poll you read, of students, and not only, I mean, at all levels, have been bullied, which obviously makes it harder to go to school. In Hawaii, cyberbullying is huge, and in fact, attempted suicide in Hawaii, according to one of our experts that we brought on this program here in this studio, we have the highest rate of attempted suicide by young people in the country. Okay? So this is, and part of it is our culture of Hawaii. And I'm not dissing the Hawaii culture, but there's also the shame factor, and there's a lot of things that are going about. So, all right, you're the engineer, you're governor of the state. This is the problem. What's the first few things that you do in order to sort of get a handle of this and move us into solution?
You know, I think it's a couple things. You know, one, clearly the technology of today, unfortunately, you know, it does a lot of things. You know, it does facilitate communication, but it also can be used to facilitate bullying. And I think that that's the challenge and the opportunity. You know, I think you have to get all the stakeholders into the room, you know, the experts that can help us deal with it. And, you know, I think students have to be part of the solution. You know, they're on the front lines. You know, when I talk to my children, this is a new world, you know, social media, how they're communicating with each other, how they communicate or, you know, bully people has gotten easier. So I think we need to include students as part of that and start talking about, you know, what is it? How do we begin to attack the problem? You know, we got to understand it first in order to make a difference. So, I mean, it really is about trying to get the people involved and talking and trying to create a strategy. You know, and people at home have to be part of it. Students have to be part of it, parents, as well as teachers and staff.
In our last program, we had the HPD came and we talked about the neighborhood watch. Well, this is not a neighborhood watch question. HPD can be involved. I mean, Peter Carlisle was on this program and said if a kid is being bullied, you can call HPD. But that's a city and county entity. State runs the school system. So now you're doing it, it's an intergovernmental coalition.
Absolutely.
So what do you do?
You know, I would be working with the mayors. You know, I think that it's important, you know, that government work at all levels. You know, I think, you know, mayors and counties are partners with the state in many different areas. You know, I do know I work with the police department in my area to deal with things like homeless and drugs, gangs in the community. So, you know, I would engage and do the same thing. You know, I would view the mayors as important partners as we work on a wide variety of issues.